And welcome to week 2 of Finesse and Nua, second week ever of doing content. You guys definitely, obviously wanted more, and we are back again. At least that's what I told myself. Nua, week 1. How did it go? I think we made some predictions as far as last week. I don't quite remember what all they were. Do you want to go through that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So we were mostly wrong. We only got two of these correct, I believe. If
And that's
I'm,
why we're in Challenger. So
yeah, yeah. Or that's why you guys need to perform to the way we predict, so we look smarter. Um, I'm not saying you pull a taiga or anything, but you know, nudge it in the right direction so our predictions look correct.
cocaine's a hell of a drug, and so is gambling. Yes.
Yep, win trading. Anyway, so week one. I guess I'll just go down the list of the way it is here. So we'll start with Honeybee and Dingoes. We both predicted it would be a 2-0 for Honeybee. To my understanding, game one was like an 80-minute just brawl of chickens with their head cut off, or at least that's mostly the way Crimson put it in the Challenger chat on Discord. And Dingoes ended up winning game one, and Honeybee Sports responded with like a 20-minute win or 25-minute win or something in game two. So the series went 1-1 despite our prediction for a 2-0.
So I think we both said Honeybee Sports, probably a top 3 team in Challenger. You know, just ideally, right? It's just statistically, they'd be a top 3. So we thought both it'd be a 2-0, right?
Yeah.
And then we also said that Dingoes, they tend to beat teams they shouldn't and lose to teams they shouldn't lose to. So I feel like this is right in line with maybe what we thought. but maybe we betted safe on
Yeah,
the
maybe
Honeybee
we're bad at
Sports.
predictions. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
maybe that. Maybe we're smart, but just are really bad at betting.
I was afraid. I was afraid to bet on the Dingoes, even though we literally said they beat teams that are I don't say better than them, but Dingoes show out sometimes. They just play at a higher level, and then sometimes they're just kind of like meh. It is what it is. We all have those days. We all have the games and those scrims, but I don't know. Maybe we'll bet on Dingoes in week 2. We'll see what happens. All right, so we got the first round wrong, or the first series wrong. Savage Sabers and Sicker. What did we predict last week?
Also wrong.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah, we predicted a 1-1, both of us, for Sabres and Sicker. It was a 2-0 for Sicker. I didn't watch the game, so I don't know how they went, but I know that we're wrong. So yeah.
What can you do?
What can you
yeah,
do?
I mean, obviously we didn't have a lot of time to watch the games because we were playing a couple of series ourselves. I don't know. That was kind of interesting. I took a look at Sicker's roster again after our last content piece, and just kind of dug into a couple of their players, and I don't know. I was thinking, man, they might also be a top contender for this season. So, maybe week 1 was a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill. I guess we'll see as the weeks progress, which way that tends to lean. All right, we have looking for Danny playoff replacement and derailed gaming. It went a 1-1. Are we trending with also incorrect on this one as well?
No, we correctly predicted a 1-1.
Okay.
For those two.
Okay. I think I know you and I spoke offline. I think both of these teams, we felt like they were a little bit, I don't want to say unknown, but they maybe had a couple of new folks on the roster, and we were just not quite sure how they were going to perform, but we felt like maybe they're kind of in the middle. So okay, we're 1 for 3, so I guess that's a plus for us.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Big Farma and Smurfless.
Yeah, I'm back to disappointing you. We got this one wrong.
Did we say 1-1?
Yeah, we said 1-1. Again, I think it was mostly just because, at the very least, for me, I don't think I recognize anybody on Big Pharma. You mentioned recognizing Rooster,
Yeah, I wanted to say
but
Rooster.
I just am not familiar with any of the players, so I just very tentatively said 1-1 just out of having no clue. But according to our sister team buddies on Smurfless, they got smacked around a little bit. It wasn't the best game ever. Um,
Let's see, let's see,
uh,
let's see. I swear he played. Oh, that's PDC. I think I saw All Rooster maybe like a year ago.
Man, you're just taking shots in the dark for that one.
I know. Wow, that's. I don't even know what that one is. Okay, let's keep going. It was one of our earlier seasons that we played. 2026. Wow, he took a break. All right. Sorry, All Rooster, as I'm digging into your shit right now. Hadamitis. Yes, I remember Hadamitis. Yeah, with Finley. Yeah.
Okay.
See, now we're digging a little bit deep into
Man, you're
this.
gonna pull up a receipt where we played against them and
And we
everything,
got
and I
fucking
still
stomped.
don't
Yeah.
recognize them. No, I see it. There's a 2-0.
There we go.
There's a
There we go.
2-0. There we go.
Oh, we
We
won?
did it.
Oh yeah.
We
Yeah,
we
we'll
did it,
pull that
boys.
up.
Last year. Last year.
We'll pull that up. Yeah. Let's pull that up. Yeah. All right.
So that's why you recognize them at least.
Oh, I was playing off lane in that game. All right. Well,
Oh, that's from the end, yeah.
that had to be in Warrior then.
Yes, I think that was in Warrior.
Yeah, he played mid lane. I remember that. Yeah, I remember him. First, I thought it was either Finley or for some reason I get I don't know why randomly I get Finley and Zyle mixed up. I don't know why that is. There's
two very
relation.
similar names. Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
two very similar. Wow, I actually won this, and I had first time ever playing off lane in Warrior. Rip. Okay, well, that's where I remember Rooster from. Okay, onward. All right.
But yeah, that series did end up being a 2-0 for Big Pharma. So we got that wrong. We did predict 1-1. And the last series, you predicted wrong. You thought it would be a 1-1 between ourselves and Slugcats, and I very bravely and correctly predicted that we're gonna absolutely destroy them in a 2-0. To be honest, we didn't really absolutely destroy them. Game 1, much like Honeybee and Dingoes, was like an 80-minute slugfest with like 20 buybacks over the course of the game. And then game 2 was fairly one-sided, but still, 30-40 minutes long. But we did get the 2-0, so I got 2 out of 5 of these predictions correct. You got 1 out of 5, so that makes me a winner.
Yeah, that means I have lots of opportunity to improve, as they say in the corporate world.
Yeah.
Do you? So we played Slugcats. We did think that Slugcats were a top 3 team. I know this was only week 1. Do you feel like Slugcats would still be a top 3 team? Just asking.
Yeah. I don't think either of our wins against them were particularly like convincing. Game 1, we fell behind. Took a while to eventually win. We had to play for like 6 items type of shit, but we made it there in the end, got to our win condition despite our early game. Game 2, we made one mistake that made the game last like 20 minutes longer than it should have. But generally speaking...
What mistake was that?
We jumped on a lifestealer and he had rage like a nanosecond before my Bloodthorn, and then he survived.
Oh, that was in a top lane by the Lotus Bowl,
yeah,
right?
and then we all died. Like,
yeah.
like we put it in 0.25 replay speed because like we saw the Bloodthorn animation, but he ended up raging, and we're like, what? We were confused when it happened. But yeah, so we did end up winning. I do think Slugcats are pretty good, though. It's it's hard to predict for sure if they're going to be in top 3 or if we're going to be in top 3 with so many players that we don't recognize this season.
I think Sicker could definitely be a contender. I mean, Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I actually think week 2 will be pretty good. We play Big Pharma, and they beat Smurfless, our sister team, and then ironically Smurfless is going to play Slugcat, so it's almost like we're switching of seeing who can beat who, but we can actually walk right into week 2. Let me see if I can put these together real quick. There we go. All right, so left side I have the week 1 schedule, what the winners and losers, who the winners and losers were. On the right side I have week 2. I think it's a little bit of prediction time now, so maybe I'll beat you this. I'll beat you this week.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All
Sabers
right.
derailed.
All
Who do you
right.
think's gonna win?
Sabers derail. Okay, hang on. I gotta see now. I'm like I'm 1-3, so now I have to be really careful about this. All right. Sabers lost to Sicker. Who did derail? Derailed played. They went 1-1. I'm okay. I'm just gonna be conservative. I'm gonna say 1-1 for Sabers and derailed for week 2. Thinking hard over there.
No, I muted myself to. I'm physically writing this down on a piece of paper, so I muted myself for a second.
Okay. So you can hold me to it later.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold you to it for sure. I thought about doing it digitally, and then I decided I didn't want to spend time finding a place to do that on the fly. So piece of paper it is. I think I agree. Sabers and derailed, I believe. What did derail?
I
They
think
went
relatively
1-1
similar.
last week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
relatively similar.
I'm putting it a 1-1 because Sicker seems very strong, so I don't want to hold Savage Sabers getting O2'd like very heavily against them. So just again, due to unfamiliarity or whatever, it's week 2. I don't know how teams are performing. I think it's going to be a 1-1.
Yeah, I think it's better to be conservative, and yeah, I think Sabres Sabres have a good roster, so it's just I think they're kind of mid tier right now as far as feeling it out based on the players we know. It just being week 2, not a big deal. There's a lot of things to every team can improve on. All right, Slugcats and Smurfless. So I will say we love Smurfless. Slugcats, to me, when we played them, and I will say, even though we've had a bit of a roster change, we've had some position changes, I do still consider us quite a strong team. I think Slugcats kind of gave us a run for our money, and obviously it's week 1, so people are still feeling things out. I will probably. Oh fuck! I hate to say this. I think it's gonna be a 2-0 in favor of Slugcats. Sorry, Swami.
I think I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Write it down on your paper.
I have it written down. Yeah. I think Slugcats are pretty strong. I mean, kind of in the same vein as Sabers. Like, I don't hold Slugcats getting 2-0'd very heavily against them. Like, they were pretty close games, very like moderately long games. I don't think that makes them look bad in any means, So yeah, I do think it's going to be a 2-0 for Slugcats.
Okay.
That being said, if Gata and Smurfless have their full roster, I think it's going to be a lot closer.
Didn't they have a stand-in last week?
As far as I understand, they had 2 stand-ins last week, because I don't believe Dubs was there either.
Oh, they didn't have the Gata. That's the almighty offlaner.
Yeah, I don't think they had Dubs, and I don't think they had Gata, so they were missing 2 players, I believe.
Fuck, should I give them a 1-1 if they have Gata this week?
Should I add a qualifier with Gata 1-1?
I don't know. What maybe he's been on a drunken cruise binge. I don't know. I don't know where he's been.
Okay, we'll keep it 2.
Okay, we'll keep it 2-0. Okay, yeah, all right. Well, let's prove us wrong. All right. Big Pharma and Nameless. So Big Pharma did 2-0 Smurfless last week. Okay, they had 2 stand-ins. They didn't face the almighty Gata in the off lane. and I guess Dubs was the other player that was not there. I mean, I don't like to like put myself above others. I always like to be very conservative. I mean, I would give us a 1-1, but if I did that, I feel like you would come back like you did last week and be like, "Fuck them, we're gonna 2-0 them bitches." Like, so I'll say 1-1. I'll say 1-1. I don't know Farma too well. We gotta feel him out.
I'm gonna break every Canadian stereotype. You're right. We are gonna fuck them. It's gonna be a 2-0, 2-0 again. Us and presumably one other team, maybe with Sicker playing Honeybee. We'll see where we predict that. We're gonna be the only 4-0 team next week, perhaps.
All right, we'll write that
Um,
down.
yep,
I'll send if I end up being wrong, you can mail me that piece of paper and I'll eat it on stream
sure,
in my 400k house. All right.
sure. You can do that.
Right.
No, just to go a little bit more in depth. I don't know a
Sure.
whole lot about Big Pharma, but yeah, even with the new players and you moving off lane, I still feel like we're pretty consistent.
It's
Big
all
Pharma, at
Rooster,
least
bro. We
according,
beat him. It's all
yeah,
Rooster.
Big Pharma, at least according to their MMR, are a lot lower than us. And despite them 2-0ing Smurfless with subs, I think that we're just like on paper, I think we're objectively a better team, and then just knowing our scrim results and things like that, I think we are a better team. That being said, haven't watched them play, so could definitely be wrong about it, or maybe we just play like shit tomorrow and we get smacked. But I'm predicting a 2-0 for us, and I
Okay.
think it's going to be a lot more one-sided than our series against Slugcats.
All right. We have Big Dingoes versus Looking for Danny playoff replacement. All right. So Dingoes, week 1 went 1-1 against Crimson Stack. And then Looking for Danny went 1-1 with Derailed. You know what? I'm going to take a hot take here. 2-0 in Dingo's favor. I'm with the Dingoes today. Don't know if they're going to be with me tomorrow, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. They're going to beat them 2-0.
I'm going to say the same thing. That being said, I have no idea if they're going to have Storm or if they're going to have Wade standing in again, because they had a stand-in week 1. I don't know if that makes them better or worse having a Storm there, but I do think it's going to be a 2-0.
I betted against them last week and I lost, and I got to catch up. So, and we played Dingo so many times, and like I said before, you know, they show out sometimes, and then sometimes they just purely don't, and it is what it is. Sometimes you're hot, sometimes you're cold, and they're just kind of more of a hot cold team. So is what it is. All right, we have last series of this week in less than 24 hours. We have Sicker versus Honeybee Sports. Honeybee Sports went 1-1 with Dingoes, and then we had Sicker that went 2-0 against Savage Sabers. This, honestly, to me, would be the series of the week to really determine who kind of are the top, maybe 3, top 4 teams of Challenger. Just right off the bat, I think this series in particular will likely kind of, you know, determine that as far as the next coming weeks. I don't know what you think, but that's kind of what
I
I'm
think
thinking.
I think I agree, both on our own and I believe Clarkles as well, who's been doing some Challenger content, have put us and Slugcats as the top 2 teams, but had Sicker and Honeybee in like right in 3 and 4, I believe. Honeybee might have been 5th on Clarkles. I don't remember exactly. But I think they are like the 2 strongest opponents this week who have to play each other. And it will very much determine whether or not people have been undervaluing Sicker or people have been overvaluing the new, you know, statistics lineup of Honeybee Sports.
Okay. Well, do you favor the dark horse, or do you
I
favor graphs?
I favor a 1-1 at the moment. I think I favor a 1-1.
Okay, I feel like if I went a 2-0 either way, I would beat you in our standings if you're keeping track of it. I might not have to eat that paper after all. Um, I think I'm gonna go 2-0 sticker. I like an underdog. I like a dark horse. I like an unknown. I think we're pretty familiar with the players on Honeybee Sports roster. I'd like to see a 2-0 from Sicker. I think they can probably do it. So yeah, I'll go 2-0 for Sicker.
Sounds good. Okay, yeah, I'll write that down.
Yeah, write that down. Write that down.
I did write it down.
All right. New, I have a question for you.
Sure.
I did a couple of statistics myself. I was wearing my What Would Crimson Do bracelet, and I was looking at it today, and I said, man, I should really work some stats up.
Okay.
Have you ever wondered who has the highest win rate in Challenger Division right now, as far as just their profile that they're using
Like the
currently?
team or the player?
The player.
My guess, just based purely on having looked at his Dota buff before, my guess is Storm or Chilling.
Have you ever wondered what the top win percentage is of said player? Doesn't have to be a specific. Have you ever wondered what the top win rate is as far as anybody's Dota buff?
How do you want me to guess like a single percentage? Like is 56 enough, or do I need to say 56.5?
You could, yeah, just a round percentage is fine. If you get the first two digits, I think we're okay.
I'm gonna say 56% is the highest win rate player.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, just so you know, surprise, I did all that math for us.
Nerd.
I know, right? Crimson S right here.
Oh, okay. Storm was second. That counts. And it was 56%.
So I took. So what I did here is I spent an inordinate amount of time taking all of the roster logs from AD2L, and I looked at everybody's Dota buff. I know people have. I'm not gonna say it too loud, or else Subwoofer will hear me. But I took everybody's main account that you're playing with today. I looked at your Dota buff. I know Dota buff is not 100% correct, but I literally did it right before this this recording, and logged everybody's win rates and games played. So congratulations. Looking for Dan. Oh wait, here we go. JD. Sorry, JD. In Looking for Danny playoff replacement, JD has literally the highest win rate out of everybody in Challenger. So congratulations, JD. Nua, would you like to know who has the lowest?
Sure, but also, does JD have the lowest games played? Because that would also make sense to me.
You want to get? We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna focus on win rates right now.
Okay, sure.
This is the Walk of Fame and Shame as well.
Okay.
What do you think the lowest win rate is in Challenger?
45%.
45. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. Here we go. 46. Mr. Sosif Jolin. I actually sat next to him at TI last year. Sorry, Sosif. You have the lowest win rate at 46.61. We still love you, though.
Question: is he also named Tyler?
No, I think his.
Okay.
I actually forgot. I think it's literally Joseph, if I remember correctly. I think I actually have his phone number in my phone, and that's really sad. But there was a lot of drinking involved through multiple days, and too many people named Tyler at the end of the day, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why I was curious. You mentioned like 5 guys named Tyler in that sitting arrangement.
We were all sitting in a row. Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was. Nice. It was great. All right. I think we both know who that has the most games played.
Yeah.
All right. How many? What? How would I phrase this? Not so much who do you? How many games do you think the player has that has the most games played? Does that make sense? I don't even know if I said that right.
Sure, but can I cheat?
Sure. Cheat away.
21,356.
Oh, there we go. All right, Mr. Dr. Spike has 21,356 games. Holy fuck, what are you doing with your life? If we were to pull up just a short calculator, 2, 1, 3, 5, 6. There's 24 hours in a day. Let's just assume each Dota game takes about an hour, right? 889 days. Am I doing that math correctly?
I think so, but I'm not a math major.
Yep. And then divided by 356 days in a year, he spent about 2.5 years playing Dota in front of a screen. Congratulations, Dr. Spike, with a 49.86% win rate. You have played by far the most. In fact, you have almost 2x'd Bill Rot as far as the most games played. I thought I was crazy. I'm actually only at 6,000. Yeah, that's actually pretty
That's
wild.
actually less than I thought it would be, to be completely honest. Like, 890 hours is less than what I thought it would be. Or no, 890 days, I guess. Yeah, not 890 hours. Okay, never mind. Never mind, I was thinking of it wrong.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. All right, I know you were asking about JD, but we'll say least games played. How many games do you think the player that's played the least games has played in Challenger as of today, about 30 minutes ago?
Exact number 900 something, because I just saw that under JD, and I assume
Fuck!
that whoever
Alright.
has the you have it all up on one screen, man. What do you want me to
What
say?
can I do? What can I do? Alright, here we go.
My eyes wander.
Bug
okay,
collector.
he isn't the most.
There we go.
Sorry, he isn't the least. Yeah, I just naturally assume that whoever has the highest win percentage also tends to have the least amount of games, but not completely correct. Bug collector, Jesus, English is not my first language. Has what is that? 23 less games played?
Yeah, 20, 24. Yep.
24, yes, 24.
But there's a 10% win rate difference here.
Yeah, no, we call that. That's playing with friends. That's JD has the playing with friends win percentage.
Oh, I can't comment on that one. I know you were asking about highest win rates versus games played. So I was thinking something like, people that are kind of like around maybe 3K games or below. I was starting to see a trend of them being maybe like around 2,000, just kind of being a higher win rate. So just kind of looking at, we'll say like top 10, right? So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're all kind of over 51% win rate, most of them. We have Manoy, who's kind of the outlier, and Admiral Jiren is kind of way over, kind of like that 3K, 3,000 games played. I don't know, just kind of interesting. Just kind of, oh, there I am. There, didn't make the top 10 cut. I'm almost there. Overlord Gada's right behind me. There's another Tyler right there, old Sir Noodle. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of interesting to see that. I was also going to show you, if any Challenger team wanted the ideal dream team statistically as highest win rate, this is who you need to go after for next season, right here. 2, 3, 4, 5. You got to get JD, Chilling, which is Storm, Roxy Roro, Vitruvius, I guess that's how you say it, and Nua. Sorry, you can't have them, but yeah, you can get those 4 at least. And
can I at least talk to my agent?
Yeah. You can make your dream team right there, all 55% win rate or higher. So there you go for next season. There's all your stats right there. All right, I think we kind of spent enough time on that. I thought that would just be fun, just kind of throwing some stuff out there. I think we have maybe an additional content piece for next week, but a little something different, just keep things interesting and a little spicy. New, I think we're about done. We did some week 1 in review. We did week 2 predictions. We did a little bit of statistical trivia. Anything else that we feel like we need to add?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
All right, perfect. Well, good luck to everybody in week 2 series, and hopefully everybody proves me right, and I don't have to eat a piece of paper that New was going to send to me from Canada. And outside of that, good luck. Take care. Bye.